Welcome and thanks for joining us inside the Duncan McDonald Memorial Arena right here in downtown Trenton as we get set for Game 2 of the Hasty Peace Cup Series played within the regular OJHL season between the Trenton Golden Hawks and Wellington Dukes. I'm Lindsay Herron, joined with Brock Ormond tonight as we're looking forward to a fabulous Game 2. The first game of this series was played down in Wellington, by far a sold-out crowd, the biggest crowd we've seen in Wellington since pre-pandemic times. 1,118 fans down in Wellington. Tonight, Trenton says the seats for this one is sold out. They just had standing room only passes as of yesterday. So really looking forward to a great competition between these two teams. As for Trenton, last weekend was busy. They had 4 games in 5 days. They lost on Monday in Cobourg, but they beat Haliburton County 4-3 on Tuesday. As for Wellington,
there is Jacob Osborne of Gloucester, Ontario. He's got a 5-3-1 record and a .258 goals against average. He actually came off a 31 save victory last Thursday against the St. Mike's Buzzers. Debuted those beautiful new red, yellow, and navy blue pads, blocker and trapper. And he's got that new mask as well. He's had that since the beginning of the year. Looks very sharp. And there is William Dyke. 2 wins in his first 2 games as a Trenton Golden Hawks netminder. He got his latest one against the Haliburton County Huskies on Tuesday, as Lindsay mentioned, 4-3. The G-Hawks won that on the road as a gutsy come-from-behind effort. And again, as she mentioned as well, they did go 3-1 last weekend, and they're 4-5. They had a Friday night home game, which they beat Caledon Admirals 5-2. We'll have Jordan Fuller with Jaden Rad and Austin Durazio in the back end. LaPalm parked into the dot, going up against Fuller, and it's going to be won by the Dukes, and we're underway. A sold-out crowd here in Trenton, and right off the bat, the Dukes ice at 8 seconds in. And Lindsay, again, we talk about these two rivals, how they always play such excellent games. I mean, there's never a dull moment in this rivalry between the Dukes and the G-Hawks. Robinson being chased behind his own net by Joint. Barrett Joint hard on the forecheck. He's going to force the turnover. Centering pass out front. Moskowitz with a chance. Knocked down in front. Joint scores. Barrett Joint on the backhand of the side of the net, and he continues his hot run since coming back from the BCHL. It's 1-0 Dukes, 3:16 into the contest, and a fortuitous bounce, Lindsay, right at the side of the net. Barrett Joint will take advantage of that all day. Fortunate, though, for William Dyke in front, as that puck was just bouncing on him, and he tried to reach for it, but it was already going to be in behind him. On the second look there, just from behind the net, you could see Joint just standing right there in good possession. He finds a way to put it in.
yeah, and that's his 8th goal of the season in Wellington.
That's right, he scored against the Toronto Junior Canadiens on Sunday as well. Called a penalty. I believe it was hooking was the call. I'll have to get a full check of it. Here's Jacob faking a shot, firing right on deflected. They score. Ryan Smith at the side of the net got his stick on that long-range shot, and the Dukes make the G-Hawks pay for that call. 26 seconds into the power play, and the native of Bala, Ontario, near Muskoka, Ryan Smith, has made it 2-0 Dukes. And again, Parks right at the side of the net. Nobody took him out. And Smith, who's normally a pretty docile guy, doesn't really get too excited about much. He had a couple fist pumps after that one. He was pretty excited.
Well, he was telling us on Wednesday he was working on a shot, and that's proof of it there. His 7th goal of the season so far. Ryan Smith certainly coming a lot more assertive on the ice, just like a Barrett Joint.
G-Hawks looking for one last shot. They're not going to be able to get it, though. Durazio had his opportunity blocked, and this opening frame comes to an end. Shots 10 aside.
Welcome back inside the Duncan McDonald Memorial Arena, affectionately known as the Hangar here in downtown Trenton, as it is game number 2 in the Hasty Peace Cup Series between the Trenton Golden Hawks and Wellington Dukes.
Shut him down, backed himself right into Natashak, kept in at the line by Stiles, so just flutter one through. Osborne takes in the pads, it's still loose though. High shot and a riser sails over the net, comes back now to the point, long range wrister, they score. Lucas Robinson from the point finds a corner there on Osborne, as it flipped off his blocker and into the top shelf. And the Rocky Harbor, Newfoundland native has broken Trenton's side of the scoring open, 1:19 into the middle frame. And there it is. You can see Osborne was screened out partially, leaning a little too far to his right, perhaps, there, or to his left. And nicely placed shot by Robinson. Again, just a floater from the point, but he finds a hole on it. And for number 7, he continues to make an impact on the offensive side of the game from the defense for Trenton. 4 here with the offsetting minors to Natashak and McCauley. Here comes Smith. Ryan Smith weaves in, tries to feed it across. Great cutoff there by Robinson. Got his stick down right in the lane. He's going to flip it off the glass, and here comes Cato with Fuller. Jordan Fuller drags in. Nifty Deke gets an opportunity and scores! Jordan Fuller tie game with 9:08 left in the second. Driving hard to the net, gets an extra step on the Wellington D and flings it into the far corner on Jacob Osborne. And we're even, Steven. Starting pretty much from square one again. Great work by Fuller to drive to the net, and it's just a little jam shot right in front. Fuller very shifty, and you can see from after he was acquired last year by the Jayhawks has looked much more confident with the puck, and it seems like Jerome DuPont's giving him an opportunity to really succeed in the top 6.
Yes.
Jacob approaches center, gets across, and then rifles it on over. Campbell takes into skates, feeds to Mason, and a weak backhand shot just goes wide. Centering pass picked off there by Jariah Shantz. He'll just work it in off to the right of the goal, and that's it. A very physical, entertaining second period with 2 goals from the Trenton Golden Hawks. So the answer back and completely even things up again. Going to the second intermission and then eventually the third period. It's going to be quite the battle, and we're going to see some excellent hockey going into the third. 20-19, Trenton has the slight edge in shots, but it is even on the board. To aside, Austin DeRazio will be downstairs, and we'll be talking with Lindsay in the second intermission here on Sandra Fussy Hussey Golden Hawks Hockey and Battle of Quinty Hockey on your TV Quinty in the OJHL tonight as well. High slot there, high zone. Dietz looking and waiting, shooting. That one got blocked. Skips down low. Mason throws one to the net. They score. Matheson Mason power play goal for the Dukes, and they have taken a 3-2 lead. 6:57 into the third. It was a shot that was kind of fluttering a little bit. He was falling down in the process, but he finds a crevice in William Dyke, and the Dukes have retaken the 1-goal advantage. And have to see if Dyke was screened out. Yes, he was. It was a moving screen in front of the net by his own player, and that's tough for Dyke. Even as big of a guy as he is, when he's crouched down like that, he can't really see through a hole, and the Dukes find one on him. Over as Mitchell squeezes through that hole to take it away. Will Mitchell across, Hunt drags, shoots right on, scores! Connor Hunt rockets one underneath the blocking hand of Dyke, and that just may be a killer for the Jayhawks. 7:48 left in the third, and it's 4-2 Dukes. Connor Hunt with a rocket, and Dyke just couldn't quite squeeze that blocking arm tight to his side in enough time, as we'll take a second look at it. There's the feed across by Mitchell. There's the shot by Hunt, and yeah, Dyke's going to want that one back, and it's not a good time to let in a goal like that.
Connor Hunt with his 8th goal of the season, 15 points so far tonight.
And Connor Hunt in his first full season as a Duke, by the way, as well, after he was supposed to be on the team last year, but suffered a nasty knee injury in a hit at center ice, and it happened to be here in the exhibition series in 2021 here in this building. Missed the whole season, so he not only lost the pandemic season in 2020-21, he also lost last year due to injury, but he's back now, and those extra 2 years have more than made up for Connor Hunt, as he adds an insurance marker for the Dukes. And trying to see, it looks like they've moved it back as Virginhill fires right on. That one's knocked down in front, still loose in there, and then Virginhill crashes right into a Trenton defender. Thought maybe they've moved out William Dyke for Ethan Fraser down there. It looks a little different. Kind of a strange time to change goalies if that's the case for Jerome DuPont. There's a long home run feed kicked off the skate of Virginhill. Jacob Virginhill gets in, leaves it there for David Campbell. Campbell will try and weave out. OJHL assist leader with 32, David Campbell has, and also 39 points, which puts him in the top 10 in scoring in the league. McCauley closing in on his man, missed it. Burrell puts it out in front. Tied up was Fournier. Trenton getting a shot right on, blockered out there by Osborne. Then a crank from the point, they score! Sammy Douglas Najim with a rocket top shelf off that juicy rebound. Right on a silver platter given up by Jacob Osborne. It's a 4-3 game now, so don't go away just yet.
Good shot by Sammy there. That's his 3rd goal of the season.
Yeah, an absolute rocket. You can see it coming.
He's been in some fabulous spots all night, really reading the plays well, setting up his positioning well, communicating effectively with his line mates. So that was just a matter of time for him tonight. He's had a really good game.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're bang on the money, Lindsay, because Douglas Nagym has been he's always been in the mix. Down to 4:57 left in the third, and we will, in fact, take a look at that latest goal from the Trenton Golden Hawks. Sammy Douglas Nagym with the shot, and we're going to slow it right down here. Yeah, that's Fournier's goal, no doubt about it, if I've ever seen it. David Fournier definitely did get the deflection on that shot. His stick was held out. Douglas Nagym put it right towards the goal, and that's why Osborne looked like he was handcuffed just a bit. He needed that one, but the Jayhawks can't get it. LaPalme's going to push it forward, and this will likely put this game on ice right in front joint. Sticks it home in the empty net, and that'll do it. With 0.4 seconds left, and the Wellington Dukes will, in fact, square this best of 5 Hasty Peace Cup series at once with 0.4 left on the clock. And they're trying to figure out who actually scored that empty netter. I think it was Joint. But for the Dukes, it doesn't matter to them. They got the goal. They've pretty much put this game away. 5-3. Wellington leads it here on Dress Purple Night for the Children's Foundation. Both teams have found ways to entertain the crowd and give back to the community. This last draw will be merely a formality. Puck is down. LaPalme takes it, and that's it. The Wellington Dukes are going to give themselves another victory. They have points in their last 10 games in a row, won 9 out of 10, and they have evened this best of 5 Bay of Quinte series at 1 game apiece, the Hasty Peace Cup series as well. And certainly once we get to December 18th, that should be another fierce battle. 7:30 back here in Trenton. It's going to be one exciting game coming back here. The Dukes take the win, and Luke LaPalme, in fact, was credited with that empty netter. But Lindsay, just overall a great battle, and what more could you expect from this game? A sold-out crowd in Trenton, lots of money raised for the Children's Foundation, lots of purple around the building as well. And unfortunately for the Jayhawks, the home team doesn't get the win, but the Dukes certainly played a big part in helping raise money as well. Lots of fans down here, and they end up getting the 5-3 win.